What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on season preview of Los Angeles Kings, with line previews, prospects to watch, and all such things pertaining to the Stanley Cup, reigning Cup champs. Start off with previewing the forward lines. First line stays the same. Justin Williams with Anze Kopitar at center and Dustin Brown on the other wing. Pretty, great first line. Second line, I got the former Flyer line. I got Gagne with Richards, center, and Carter too. Look for that line to be together most of the first part of the year. I think Gagne missed, obviously a lot of last season, then got thrown in the mix in the finals, playing on the fourth line, just for his, puck prowess, and I think he can be a top six forward with those two guys. Obviously, Carter playing the wing to open the season for the first time in his career, and Richards is Richards, obviously. Third line, Dustin Penner re-signed with 1-year, $3.25 million deal with Jared Stoll and Dwight King. I think that'll be a pretty solid line. I think there's a lot of size and a lot of two-way ability in that line. Two pretty good power forwards that can come down the wing on you, and Stoll's a great two-way guy that can play a number of different ways. Then the fourth line, I got Trevor Lewis with Colin Frazier and Brad Richardson. Excuse me. That fourth line had a lot of playoffs last year, and it was a great line. Like the fourth line, some size and some speed, some skill, and then two spare forwards. I got two talented kids that are gonna be lost in the shuffle next year in LA. And Clifford and Loktionov, obviously, two very talented young players that are really just gonna be Kyle Clifford and Andrei Loktionov, for you first name people. They're going to be lost in the mix next year. Hopefully they work their way into the lineup. I like what both of them can do. I like Clifford's power forward game. I like Loktionov's sense for the game. I like what he can do. And hopefully the Kings see fit to get them in the lineup. I think it's a shame that they're going to be, I think, in my opinion, kind of lost in the shuffle to start the season. And then on the back end, pretty same thing. Scuderi and Doughty like last year. Mitchell and Slava-Voinov. And then Alec Martinez and Matt Green. Those three tandems to stay together between the pipes. Obviously the reigning Conn Smythe went on, then Bernier to back him up. I think they could move Bernier. I think it's possible they move Bernier and Clifford and Loktionov to bring in some more assets. But how do you improve a team that is really intact and win the Stanley Cup next year? The scoring, I think they'll score more this year. I look for them to win the Pacific Division. I think they'll take a slightly easier route to the Cup next year. I think they're going to come out of the West again. I like if you have goaltending, what more do you need? And I think they could definitely, no one's repeated in almost 15 years, and I think this could be the first team to do it. They're built the right way. They got the right mix of veterans and young players. They, can still have a little bit of flexibility to bring in some quality players at the deadline. And like I said, they got the assets to get those players. So, I think Lombardi's done a great job. I think, obviously, Sutter's a great coach, and, I'm really curious to see what goes on from here. I think that they are, like I said, I'm not going to say a lock to win the Pacific Division. I think Phoenix has taken some steps backwards. You don't know what Anaheim's doing with Bobby Ryan. San Jose is older, and Dallas is a lot older. So it's kind of curious to see. But I think they have I said this last year, the best team in the Pacific Division. But I think they'll have a much smoother regular season than they did last year. Not exactly be an 8 seed, and I think that can work their advantage. Although playing less games on the road with this team, you never know. One prospect to watch will be Derek Forbett, who will be a junior at the University of North Dakota next year. Big 6'5" defenseman, a ton of prospect profile on him. Big kid with potential to be a number 2, number 3 shutdown guy with some puck moving ability. Very intriguing guy who's played the last 2 World Juniors for Team USA. Like I said, first round pick off the U.S. development team. I got to see him play with the development team when he was 17 over at BU. So a very talented kid, and a kid that you'll be looking for in due time to join that stacked LA Blue Line in a few years. But that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ, previewing the Los Angeles Kings for next year. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the offseason and beyond. And I'll do as many teams as I can. I can't promise you I'll get to all 30 teams, but having the Bobby Ryan, Rick Nash trades back me up really isn't helping. But that's all I got. Later, guys.